There are two things that have been on my mind a lot lately. The first one is basketball. Since I've lived in Southern California for pretty much my entire life, I'm a die-hard Lakers fan. And since the Lakers just won the NBA championship, that's been on my mind a lot lately. The second thing is that I recently got my hands on a ton of 3DO games. So I've been spending most of my time recently between the 3DO and the Lakers. That being the case, I figured I'd combine my two loves and show you guys Slam & Jam 95 for the 3DO.
Come on!
Slam & Jam 95 is an arcade-style basketball game that unfortunately lacks the NBA license. As such, all the teams have the players of the correct skill level, but they do not have their actual names, likenesses, or teams. The game is obviously trying to be the 3DO's answer to NBA Jam, but it also bears a striking resemblance to Konami's arcade game Run and Gun. The point is, Slam & Jam 95 doesn't have much in the way of originality. It's not the worst basketball game I've ever played or anything, but it's just so generic. I'm sure part of that is because it doesn't have the NBA license, but it's also just the overall presentation. The music in the game is all that sort of strange 90s funk and hip-hop blend, which is funny in a retro kind of way at first, but quickly becomes annoying. The sound effects are all pretty good, but the announcer of the game is just so boring. Compared to NBA Jam's announcer, he seems almost comatose. Not only that, but the game has obvious audio stitching, where the voice clips sound like they were recorded at two different times. Let's take a listen.
Hello, everybody. I'm Van Earl Wright, and today we'll be slammin' and jammin' our way through Crystal Dynamics' Slam & Jam 95. So let's take it out to the hardwood for today's matchup. Drives to the hole. Rejected. They've got to have trampolines on that floor. Delivers the thunder.
The announcer for the game is CNN's Van Earl Wright, and with bland commentary like this, it's no wonder that CNN is known for their news rather than their sports coverage. Like I said before, the game does ape NBA Jam quite a bit, but there are key differences. First off, the game is full-on 5-on-5 instead of the 2-on-2 format that NBA Jam uses. The second big difference is that the game plays from a different perspective. NBA Jam is a sideline view, while Slam & Jam 95 has sort of a strange fixed camera that moves up and down the floor behind you. This wouldn't be such a big deal, but for some reason the players seem to be too large for the court. This makes getting to the end of the court and scoring take like 2 seconds tops, and that's really where this game falls apart. Even on easy, it's almost impossible to play defense because they just get to the basket so quickly. And even if you do stop them, since it's 5-on-5, they have 4 other teammates to pass to who are all less than a second away from the basket too. I think NBA Jam saw these problems and addressed them, while this game simply lived with them, and in the end that just makes Slam & Jam 95 a mediocre basketball game. It's still fun to play with a friend a few times, and like NBA Jam, it has some awesome codes that let you do crazy stuff like dunk from the three-point line, or make your players tiny on the court, which, by the way, actually makes the game much more playable, but in the end you're probably better off sticking with NBA Jam. It's just more polished and ultimately more fun. The company who made this game, Left Field Productions, did actually continue to make basketball games under the NBA Courtside name with Kobe Bryant attached, but that series also ended in 2002 on the GameCube. That's all the info I have for you today, but I'll see you next time on
Game Quickie.